Hey Cooper, we just wanted to give you some background information on a workbook assignment that you have, which is pages 127 and 128. And so I was working with Matt and Eric today, and we think that you would benefit from this information too. On page 127, you're basically starting a new unit about algebra. And so one thing to keep in mind about what algebra is that algebra is solving a math expression that contains at least one letter in place of some unknown number. So for example, if you have 5n plus n, so that n is a missing number, and if you have another expression such as 6 plus f equals 12, you know that f is a missing number that we need to try and solve. Another one is like x minus 3 is 15. Now, a few of these are, some of these are easier than others. So like, for example, if you're given a few numbers, like 6 plus f equals 12, you're given a 6 and a 12, and you can figure out what that missing number is. So 6 plus 6 equals 12. So what that means is that f also means that it's a 6. And likewise with x minus 3 is 15, you have 15 and 3, and you know that you have to use those two numbers to get a big number. So 15 plus 3 is 18. So 18 minus 3 is 15. So that x equals 18. Now this is a little bit harder because you're not given two numbers, but we're going to address that in just a moment. So when you go to work in your workbook, you're going to be getting problems such as this, like they may let you know what that letter stands for. So it might say the A is going to equal a 4. So if you have 3 plus A, that means 3 plus 4. So the solution to that, the sum would be 7. So 3 plus A with an A having a value of 4 is 7. Likewise, if A has the value of 4 and you have 19 minus 5 plus A, that means 5 plus 4. We do what's in parentheses first, so 5 plus 4 is 9. And then you go back, 19 minus 9 equals 10. So when you know what the value of a letter is, you can solve those expressions. But sometimes you don't. So you might have something where they want you to find a solution to 3n plus n. Well, think of n like noodles. So 3 noodles plus another noodle. So 3 noodles plus a noodle is 4 noodles. So we're going to have our n for that. Knowing that we eventually that n does stand for some unknown number, but we can combine what we know so far. Likewise, if this is f plus 2f, if we have a Frito plus 2 more Fritos, well, that would be 4 Fritos, and so we would have that as 4f. Likewise, if we have C, and let's say if that stood for cat, so if we have 8 cats minus 2 cats, that would be 6 cats. So even there are going to be situations where you're going to be either adding, subtracting, or multiplying using a variable, and a variable again is a letter that stands for an unknown number, but you can solve part of that problem. Also, you may be given an equation where they give you an equal sign, meaning that what is on the left-hand side of the equal sign has to be balanced with the right-hand side, meaning that they're equal. And we need to find out what A is. So if we have some number times 2 times 3 is going to have the same value as 4 times 2 times 3 that are in parentheses. One thing to think about is try working with the numbers you're given. So if you have a 2 on this side, do you have a 2 on this side? Oh, I do. So those are balanced. I've got a 3 on this side and I have a 3 on this side. And now, but what I have over here is I have a 4, but I have a missing number here. So that must be a 4. Because I know that both sides need to be balanced. So that A is going to equal 4. So hopefully this will help you work through pages 127 and 128. And feel free, write me a reply on Edmodo if it doesn't seem clear to you. Thanks, Cooper. Bye.